Good morning. My name is LaTanya. If you're new here, welcome to another vlog. So I was just in here cleansing my face with my Fenty Skin Total Cleanser. And I decided to pick you all up because I just wanted to talk for a moment. So let's get into it. So last week, life was just lifing all over the place. It started on, I would say, Sunday night. I just all of a sudden got really dizzy. And it's happened before, a couple of times before. But this time it was just a lot. It lasted all week. And the bad thing about it, the show must go on. It was hard to deal with. It was hard to manage work, home, the smallest things on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday were extremely hard. And when I say extremely hard, being dizzy, just say on a scale of 1 to 10, my dizziness was a 9.5 on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So it was just extremely hard. And I talked to you guys on one of my other blogs about how my numbers were down at work. So it was real important this week for me to be at work. You know, I felt like I could not take off, like most moms and women. What is taking off when we're sick? What is taking off when we are just not at our best? We generally don't. We take off when our kids are sick. We take off when our parents are sick. But most times when we're sick as women, we keep going. We keep going. And I think that's just something that we're conditioned to do. And that's what I did last week. I kept going. I did not stop. I did make an appointment. But of course, because I work in healthcare and I manage insurance, it's like I know the rules. So they really don't want you to go to the emergency room unless it's a general emergency, like a real life emergency. With that being said, I don't think it's a thing of them not wanting you to come if you're not feeling well. I just believe that it wasn't a real emergency. So let me just make an appointment with my primary care physician and go from there. Well, you know, when you make an appointment with your primary care physician, sometimes you can't get in the same day. Mine was on vacation. He was at the beach. So I couldn't get in with him. I did wait all the way till Thursday to call because it just seemed like it would not go away. So I have an appointment on Monday. So I stayed the course all week. And it was hard. It was very hard to get up every day, to go to work, to perform at work, to go to meetings, to sit on conference calls, to interact with families, to take phone calls. The list goes on. But what I want us to start doing is putting ourselves first. And we touched on this a little bit in my last video about making ourselves the priority. Because I had to put my phone on Do Not Disturb last week. I had to just decline some phone calls and just outright ignore phone calls. And they were from family, friends, but I just couldn't do it last week. I did not have the capacity. My cup was not full. So to allow a call to come in and deplete me and empty my cup, I just didn't have the energy to do it last week. And sometimes we get to that point. I just could not do it. I could not sit on the phone and listen to anybody's rant about anything because I had my own stuff going on. And when you're used to sitting on the phone, helping other people, listening to other people's rants, you know, that's what you're used to doing. But sometimes we have to put ourselves first. And I'm going in first with the Fenty Fat Water. And this is the Pore Refining Toner Serum. And last week I just could not do that. So I just had to hit Do Not Disturb and just outright let some calls go to voicemail. Because last week I was empty. I learned also that waking up a little bit earlier, whereas I had already started a morning routine, last week I had to wake up just a little bit earlier than 6 because I was moving slower. I found that the slower I moved, the less dizzy I was. So I woke up that much earlier. I could not work out. I could not lift a weight. But I did learn that, sitting within myself, without all of the pomp and circumstance, without all of the candles and journaling. I didn't even have the energy to write in my book. I didn't have the energy to read last week. It was literally just a lay with my eyes closed. Even that was dizzy. The room was still spinning with my eyes closed. So I normally meditate in my office. So I went in my office like I normally do. Could not sit on my yoga mat. Could not get on the floor. I did that last Monday. But it was so hard to get up from the dizziness that I just decided the rest of the week to just sit in my desk chair. So I just sat with myself, no books, no candles, nothing, just within myself, and found peace. So I just wanted to come on and encourage you guys that you don't have to have all of these devices and all of these high-priced things to, number one, meditate. Number two, calm your mind, calm your body, center yourself. You just don't have to have it. And I noticed that last week, I did not just have to have it. Normally when I go in my office, I take all of these things to set the tone, to set the vibe, to set the scene. And last week when I couldn't do it, I was just as relaxed. So now I'm going in with the Fenty Fat Water Hydrating Milky Toner. I just couldn't do it. And was I less calm because I didn't have all of that stuff? No, I was just fine. So I just wanted to come on and let you guys know that just start where you are. Just start where you are. The universe, God will meet you where you are. They will meet you where you are. They will come see about you. God is not concerned with pomp and circumstance. It's just not concerned with that. I'm going in with the Fenty Watch Your Tone Serum. Just not concerned with that. We have to be sure that we are showing up as our best selves for ourselves. Because if you're not, you cannot be anything to anyone. Anything. You know, it's Saturday morning and now I feel about 85 to 90%. I'm still just a little bit dizzy. But I knew that I needed to get up. I knew that I needed to wash my linen. I knew that I needed to wash towels. I knew that I needed to just get my day started. And again, as women, that's just what we're conditioned to do. I even noticed last week that I had a few breakouts. Like I have bumps everywhere, like stress bumps. And I generally don't get bumps on my face. I'll get dark spots, but not bumps. And my sister-in-law, she gets on me a lot when I talk about my breakouts, because my breakouts are normally just a bump here, bump here, bump here. And her breakouts are like here, 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 here. So I'm not complaining, but I just noticed the difference. I noticed a lot of differences last week within myself. But yeah, we just have to learn to take care of ourselves first and foremost, because if we don't, it's not going to align well for us. It's not going to align well for us or for anybody else. Your children, your job. I felt like last week I had to show up because I needed to produce. I needed to get some numbers up. I needed to make some contacts. I needed to market. I needed to do some things so that my next week can be super productive. And I did that. I got my numbers up. I'm just a little bit more comfortable. I'm not as stressed as I was about my numbers. So yeah, that's what I did for last week. And hopefully I can, go to the doctor and, get some news. And this is the ordinary hyaluronic acid. Get some news about why I'm having those, or did have an entire dizzy week. Maybe run a few tests and just find out, because I don't wish that on anyone, because the show had to go on. It had to go on. There was no calling off. I also had a car accident. Somebody ran into the back of my car. So last week, life was lifing. Life was lifing super, super bad. But this too shall pass. This too shall pass. I had to go to work every day until I got in touch with the insurance company, until they got back in touch with me. Set up a rental. But I had to drive that car all last week. I had to drive it. The trunk won't close. I had to tie it down. It's still popping up and down when I hit bumps, but it was nothing I could do about it. The show had to go on. So I just wanted to encourage you all to just, let's make ourselves a priority. Let's take care of ourselves first and foremost. Let's make sure we're keeping up with our doctor's appointments. Let's make sure we're taking our medicine. Let's make sure we're drinking our water. Let's make sure that we are exercising. And like I said, it can be, start small. Start taking the stairs. If you get to work earlier, park on the far side of the building so you can walk farther. There are several bathrooms right by my office. I choose to take the stairs to go to the bathroom. And the second one I put on was the ordinary niacinamide 10%. Take the stairs. Start small. Just start. Just start. Everybody has their own pace. Go move at your own pace. But let's just do something. Because a healthy you is a happy you. Simple as that. So this week for me was rough. And as I said, this too shall pass. It shall pass. Trouble does not last always. I am encouraged. I feel better. And I'm going to get on with my Saturday. I need to repot a plant. I need to go get a flower pot for the plant. And I'm just going to enjoy my day at home. I want to go and get my Trey Bay so that he can hang out with me. He brings me so much joy. He is like my little best friend. With that being said, I hope I encourage someone today to just keep pushing, keep pushing. No matter what obstacles you face, just know that, you know, you are loved, you are needed, you are important. Just know you got this. Keep pushing. Don't give up. Don't give up, because this too shall pass. Stay encouraged, and I'll pick you girls up later. Bye. This was a much needed me time. It was so relaxing. The stones were so warm on my skin. I felt like I was literally at a spa. I loved her work. She was very patient. She asked me several times during my pedicure if I was pleased, did I like the shape, and things of that nature. And I really just enjoyed myself. I took some time out for myself and relaxed. I had my massaging chair on. I was so happy that I got with her because she was just great at what she does. I would definitely be frequenting this shop again. So yeah, I enjoyed it.